Hello everyone, this is Kobe Sarayal. Usually for all my videos, you would see me chasing sunsets, hiking for summits, and having a great adventure. However, this time, we are in Mount Iglit-Baco for a different kind of adventure. We are here for conservation. So here, we will know more about the Tamaraws and the people behind it, especially the rangers, on their everyday life and what is it like to be a ranger. Kaya tara, akyat! The Tamaraw, Mindoro's iconic dwarf buffalo, is one of the Philippines' most endangered animals. With threats from shrinking habitats, human activity, and climate change, its survival depends on urgent conservation and stronger public support. Protecting the Tamaraw means protecting a vital part of our natural heritage. Last October 2025, in celebration of Tamaraw Month, I was invited to a conservation and immersion trip at Mount Iglit-Baco Natural Park. The program was called BioCamp 2025. Ito na yung araw, and it's time to wear our cap and be ready. Kasi wala sa may hike this. Alam ko lang, in terms of the trail of being exposed in the open, mainit talaga dito sa Mount Iglit-Baco. We're nearing Station 2 and still walang katapusan ng putik and the sun is extremely hot. Panghina. Wow, look at that. Nasunog yung balat mo. And of course, with that, we're still ascending. So you have the mud, you have steep ascents, slippery trails, and then above you, yung galit na galit na araw. What a combination. We've now been walking for 7.49 kilometers, and with the waiting and adjustment, we've been in the mountain for 5 hours and 24 minutes now. But I think from here, siguro mga 1.5 to 2 kilometers na lang, we'll be arriving at the station to where we'll be spending the night. So with the sun, it would bounce sa ground. Hingal ako, di ba? And immediately there's a bunch of tiredness. Wow! 160 na yung heart rate ko. Wow! Pahinga muna tayo saglit. It's now 10:59. We've been in the mountain for 5 hours, 26 minutes from all the regrouping and the walking. And we've been walking for 7.56 kilometers. And some things that is very prominent is that, number one, endless. The mud is everywhere. And of course, that equals to a slippery trail. Mind you, there's a lot of steep ascents, like this one, that makes it extra challenging. And then, above you is the intense heat of the sun. Kaya, what a combination. Some parts of the trail are uneven rocks, boulders, limestone-ish. Kaya, you need to be extra careful. And you can imagine what our rangers will need to face every time they do their scouting. So definitely siya biro. Wow. Hello everyone. So it's now October 12, our first day of hiking, and a while ago it was extremely hot and muddy. I think it took us around 7 hours to get here, with long stops. Anyway, we had lunch already sa harap ng tinola. And after that, we have an activity of permaculture. So we will be checking that out.
So ang ginagawa po namin ay nilalagyan yung bawat puno ng biomass, tapos po yung ma-maintain po namin yung malinis yung paligid niya. intervention, kasama po yung food force natin na kinikilusan ng tao, na kung saan malaya yung tao na kumilos. At yung no intervention, siya yung hindi ginagalawan ng tao. Lahat po ng tatanaw nyo yan, no intervention po. Pero po, may hangganan po yan. Kung nakikita nyo po yung sagingan na yon, yun po ang fire line.
Mount Iglit-Baco is not only home to Tamaraws, but also a rich variety of flora and fauna, including diverse bird species. We had planned a birding activity on the second day, but the rain forced us to postpone it.
6:56 a.m. and we are now heading to the Station 3, also called Magawang. I believe from here to be around 3 kilometers with some river crossings pa rin. And after this, once we start ascending, a beautiful ridge will be waiting. We're now inside the protected area and may mga sightings ng Tamaraw pero sobrang liit. And the amazing thing is that the rangers that we're with, Kuya Ramil and Kuya Dondon, and nakita nila, they have that eagle eye to locate the Tamaraws that are very small, parang black spot lang. And unfortunately, wala kaming binoculars. I think it's nice to invest in one. But yeah, let's see. We're getting closer, so we're expecting to see more along the way. Dasal lang tayo that we don't meet one that's very close kasi, of course, these are wild animals and there's a tendency for them to attack you. And there are stories from the rangers na may mga sinuwag, someone almost died, at isang ranger tumagos yung sungay sa kanyang hita, and luckily enough, it didn't hit any major artery or vein, so it did not bleed to death. But definitely, kailangan siya i-emergency ibaba manually. So, those are some of the things that the rangers face every time they patrol this area. Amazing. So, Poop will lead the way. Ano? Fresh shit. Oh. So, different signs that Tamaraws were here. Probably last night or just this morning. Fresh na fresh ang poop. Ang bango eh. Uy, buti lang, di natin natapakan. Tayo nga. Ano na to? Oo. So watch out din tayo kasi while it's a unique experience to see one, but you don't want to be so close kasi pwede kang suwagin and you may actually die. What excites you? Tae! You know, fresh na fresh. Ano pa? Tama.
Tutulog sila dyan, kaya delikado sa gabi.
Kasi yung mga hooves nila, maliliit din eh. Yung mga tapakan nila. So, siguro kung nakatayo sila, 3 feet.
Oh, yan.
Natutuwa ako sa tae ah.
Yun o, Tamaraw.
Oh, may Tamaraw daw. Saan?
Nagtago na.
Nagtago na.
Ganda na o.
Yan.
Hindi yan. Ayun, yun ang itim na yun o.
Yung nakatago sa damo.
Oo, gagalaw.
Yan.
Oo, yan o.
Oh!
Di ba? Gagalaw.
May Tamaraw nga. Yan o. Diba, ridge.
Yung itim.
Sa baba konti. Nakaulo kaya
Ayan.
yuko siya ngayon. Tamaraw!
Pare.
Ano yun ang sinasabi niya?
Bull. Oo.
Solid! Woohoo! So 20 meters away from the Station 3, you would notice the trail where Tamaraws would pass. You know, marks, pumasok sila dyan. Ang lapit! Talagang, kailangan magpaalam pa sa kanila. Nakikidaan lang po kami.
Ano
Billy
feeling?
goat weed dito.
Ang daming?
Billy goat weed. So, ibig sabihin, if ever na nakakain ka ng Tamaraw, so, pwede nilang gawing antibiotic siya.
Oh.
This one. May ano siya, antibacterial properties.
Paano siya ginagamit?
In traditional way, dinudukduk yung dahon at saka bulaklak. Then, itinatapal sa sugat.
Oh. John Lawin! Thank you, Billy Goat Weed. Alam mo ba na ang Billy Goat Weed ay pwede gawing antiseptic? Kapag kayo may sugat at walang panggamot, yun o, nandito na tayo sa station. Oh! May tama raw daw. Tama raw.
Ano? Yun, ito na yun.
Uy! May tama raw. Sige po. Yun.
Maliit lang siya na black.
Sardine pasta alo upo, created in the mountains of Iglit-Baco, all with love.
Siya may extender kami guys.
Hello everyone. So we are on our third day of the Biocamp 2025. Some recap lang on the first day, or we call it day 0. Had an orientation of the do's and don'ts of the mountain. We watched a wonderful film na Sawag or Sukob about the Tamaraws and definitely the life of the rangers. The following day, we hiked from the Station 1 to Station 2, and from there we found out already how's the trail to get there with the river crossing, the steepness, those challenges, the mud, and then yung infamous is the heat of the sun. When we arrived there, we rested, and then we had this permaculture activity wherein they highlighted the reforestation and trying to balance between the ecosystem, the locals. At the same time, the main goal is for the betterment of Mount Iglit-Baco Natural Park. The night of the day 2, they taught us the smart app on how to work and how to use it and the benefit of it being a ranger and how they kind of document, gather all the data for research and for the betterment of, again, the natural park. The following day, yesterday, from Station 2, we hiked to Magdiwang or Station 3. And then we arrived along the way with some dots na possible Tamaraw. And eventually, when we arrived at the Station 3, wow, bumungad sa atin, very close, or 3 Tamaraws right in front of us. It's a magical experience already. And then after that, on the day 3, balik tayo, day 3, we arrived, and ito yung araw kung saan kami ay naging ranger. So immediately when we arrived, we had to cook lunch. Beautiful thing kasi nag-bonding kami with some jokes, some fun. Nag-igib ng tubig and nagkuha ng dried kahoy, di ba? And then when you cook food, you have to do it manually, apoy talaga. And after that, we did the Tamaraw sighting. Aside from Tamaraw, some flora and fauna as well for us to be able to use the app, the smart app. Madali lang naman siya, especially if you're knowledgeable and you're used to gadgets. But the challenging part, syempre, is one, your safety. Tamaraws can come anytime, and with the fight or flight response, definitely deadly yung pwedeng mangyari kung magulat sila, di ba? The best moment I would say for this trip in my experience is to see very close, 50 meters away from me, we saw a Tamaraw, dalawang nanay, dalawang calf. And talagang it's a wild experience na never ko na-attempt na mangyayari yon. After that, syempre we had the socials. And today we're departing back to Station 1. We'll be hiking Station 2, Station 1, and then we'll have a culmination. The following day, tomorrow, unfortunately, babalik na kami ng Manila. And one of the things that really struck me, kasi lahat masaya. We were able to connect with the locals, with the rangers. We heard their stories, makulit, masaya, nagtatawanan kami. We even had, of course, the medium of alcohol to really bond and connect. And 3 things I think that really tago sa puso when we were talking actually a while ago, medyo nakakaiyak, is first, mahirap talaga. The trail is challenging, maputik, maaraw. Okay, as a hiker, madali lang naman yan. But then you have to do it countless of days, di ba? may possibility na your life is in danger, syempre Tamaraw yan and pwede kang suwagin anytime. Second, mabigat kasi you're doing all these sacrifices para saan, di ba? Kadalasan sila sabi natin, pera-pera lang naman yan eh. But here, before they earn 13,000 a month, even before 6K nga lang daw, 7K, I'm glad nataasan na. But still, parang with what they're doing, 22 days in a month, parang sulit ba yun? Doon namin nakikita na iba talaga yung pagmamahal para sa Tamaraw at sa natural park. And third, ito I think that really struck me. And I'm sure even for any parent, madadama to. Mahirap pag di mo kasama pamilya mo. In a month, they'll be with their family 8 days. And then 22 days, nandito ka sa field, 11 days at a time. And in those 11 days, wala kang balita, walang signal dito. You don't know how is your family, your wife, your kids. When I'm putting myself on their shoes, pucha, ang hirap nun. Kanina, I was talking sila Kuya Randy, Kuya Ramil, and to hear that, parang hindi ko kaya yon. I do expeditions. I do month expeditions. But after that, kasama ko yung pamilya ko the whole time. And even on those expeditions, I can contact my wife, si Bianca. I can see the videos of Kabu. You know, we would be connecting, conversing. I know what's happening. Pero dito, wala eh. So with that, family is really challenging. And for you to be able to sacrifice that for the sake of something you love, for the Tamaraw, ibang klase yon. So wow, I'm out of words with that, with what they're doing, with their dedication, with their love, with their commitment. Ibang klase. So I don't know, when I come back to Manila, even during the hike going down, this is something that I'll be carrying. Na parang, wow, there are people in this world, in Mindoro, in this Mount Iglit-Baco National Park that are really, who have that heart, that soul, that mind, all compressed in one, to sacrifice for the beauty of what we're seeing right now. So, parang as a hiker, lagi ko itatanong, ano bang ginagawa ko? Di ba? Parang what can I do more than just chasing summits, doing sunrise, leading a hike? So, it's something that I'll be contemplating, and I think for each and every one of us, mamamundo ka man, hiker, into tourism, it's something really nice to kind of conceptualize and think about. Because with what I experience right now, it's really something that we need to delve deeper. Whew! Grabe, ibang mabigat sa puso, but as a whole, it's a holistic experience. Sobrang saya, but at the same time, sobrang lungkot din. Whew! So maraming salamat, Biocam, for this experience. Uy, nag-graduate ako. Alright! Magandang araw. So I'm with Kuya Oni, one of the rangers here in Mount Baco Iglit Natural Park. Natural Park, di ba? Sa iba tawag yata pa rin nila National Park.
Dati.
Pero ngayon Natural Park na siya. So Kuya Oni, siguro pakilala po muna kayo. At ilang taon na po kayong ranger dito?
Ako po si Oni Ondo, na inirahan po sa Poy-Poy. Bali, 16 years na po akong nagsiservisyo dito sa Mount Iglit-Baco. Nung una po sa Tamaraw Conservation Program ako, 12 years ako doon. Hindi lumipat ako sa MIBNP, sa PAMO Office. So siya na po yung PAMO Office, siya na po yung namamahala din dito sa parke. 4 years na rin po ako ngayon.
Bale, TCP kayo, 16 years of 12 years.
12 years
tapos
po.
ngayon, sa ano na po kayo?
Sa PAMO na po ako.
Okay. So, pag unang pasok mo dito, ranger,
Yes.
naalala mo ba ano yung experience ng unang araw mo as a ranger?
Sobrang napakalungkot dahil noon po wala pa halos kami cellphone at wala pa mga solar panel.
Okay. Walang kuryente?
Walang kuryente. So, bali, muron lang po yung gamit namin noon at saka ang hirap kumontak sa mga pamilya.
Moron is radyo?
Yung muron, sir, yung ilaw na may ano lang po siya, buti lang po siya ng gin. May parilya siya.
May mga bahay na?
Noon po, ano pa lang, sir, yung kubo pa lang po, yan pa lang. Pugon pa lang po bago wala pang concrete.
Okay. So, matagal-tagal nga, no? Ibang klase. Ang laki na ng pinagbago ngayon.
At saka noon po, sir, hindi po hayop ang una namin nakikita, kundi mga hunters. Mas marami yung hunters sa palibot kaysa sa hayop.
So ganito po, dapat meron tayong interval na kahit 5 minutes para yung pag...
Sobrang putek. Tao tayong Tamaraw. Niluluto tayo ng panahon ngayon. Alright! Grabe. Going back. Uulan, araw, mainit. Ulit. Putik kung putik. Wala ka nang dadaanan dito. Putik talaga. It's now 5:30 p.m. and we have arrived at Station 1. May mga ligaw along the way. So watch out, stick close to your guides, and that's our Biocamp 2025 enriching activity with so much nature, culture, and adventure. Thank you for watching. This is Kobe Sareal. Tara, akyat.